It's small.
With her unexpected emotional depth makes her one of those characters who sneaks up on you and stays with you. But while Terry connected through vulnerability, our next character connected through authority, and fans never stop hating her for it. Miss Lucy Simeon might be the longest-serving teacher in Elmwood Junior High, but in the eyes of fans, she's also the most bitter, unfair, and flat-out unpleasant character in the entire school. If there was ever a teacher designed to make students miserable, it's her, and viewers never held back their hatred. From day one, Miss Simeon makes it clear she despises Gumball, Darby, and nearly every other student she teaches. She's not strict in a funny way, she's just mean. She plays favorites, crushes creativity, and takes joy in watching her students fail. Excellent. Perfect. There's something missing. In one of her earliest episodes, she spends the entire class period manipulating Gumball's emotions just to prove a point, only to get satisfaction from this total breakdown.
We're going to tell Principal Brian. No time to lose. We'll make it celebrate memory.
And it doesn't stop there. Miss Simeon has repeatedly used her authority to bully students, lie to parents, and push her personal grudges into the classroom.
Attempted fortune by 300,000 years as a teacher, and I taught during the Stone Age. 400 years? My own teacher's not accused of forgery.
She's not just a bad teacher, she's an outright antagonist. In one episode, she even sabotages Gumball.
Careful. Felix, be careful, mate.
Sure, no, backtrack.
Her relationship with Principal Brown somehow makes her
Felix, you gotta be more careful. You'll get hurt one of these days.
Together, they form the most frustrating power couple in Elmwood, a duo that values control.
As a student to the world of opening the home in kindergarten, you will want to speak and show the school board strong and if it's not back in your class by Friday, you're fired.
I understand. And when she's not terrorizing students, she's pushing Brown around or manipulating him to suit her agenda. But what really fuels the hate is her complete lack of growth. Unlike characters who learn or evolve, Miss Simeon doubles down on being nasty every time. There's never a moment where she grow tired of it. Fan forums often rank her among the worst teachers in animation history, with Reddit threads calling her the definition of a toxic educator. For many viewers, she's not even fun to hate, just infuriating. And just when you think Miss Simeon is bad, wait until you meet the next character, because this one might be the most lovable mess of them all.
Hey, Dad, can you pass the sugar?
Sure, Gumball. Here is the sugar.
No character in the is chaotic, clueless, and accidentally iconic than Richard Watterson, and somehow fans absolutely adore him for it. He might be a lazy, donut-obsessed dad who rarely contributes anything useful, but that's exactly why people love him.
It tastes like salt.
What? Because I swapped the sugar for the salt. It was the greatest prank ever.
Okay, you got me.
He's the heart of the show's absurd comedy. From the moment he's introduced, Richard proves he's not your average cartoon father. He's unemployed, emotionally immature, and often acts more like a fourth child than a parental figure.
Mental note. Next time, take Sue to the Journey Back by phone.
But his ridiculous antics have become some of the most quotable and unforgettable moments in the entire series. Whether he's getting hypnotized into thinking he's a cat, pretending to be a superhero, or accidentally destroying the house in a 1-second decision, Richard never fails to steal the scene.
I'm coming down with my ears until time.
Right now at Specsavers, get 50% off all lens options. Limited time only. Cars are really healthy. Search Eva, Australia's #1 online auto parts and accessories marketplace.
This humor is physical, loud and unapologetically stupid. The fans eat it up every time. But here's the twist. Beneath all the chaos, Richard has moments of genuine emotion that hit harder than you'd expect. He might not always know how to express it, but his love for his family is real. And sometimes those goofy tears or unexpected hugs make him one of the most wholesome characters on the show. One of the most beloved Richard moments happens when he tries to teach Gumball how to become a hero, only for it to turn into a mess of explosions and misunderstandings. Yet by the end, he still manages to say something profound in his own clueless way. And fans connected with that balance of stupidity and sincerity. Online fan polls constantly rank Richard as one of the funniest and most entertaining characters. Even his iconic voice and catchphrases have become memes across YouTube and TikTok. He's chaotic good, wrapped in a fruit bunny suit, and while Richard made people laugh just by existing, our final character left fans doing something completely different, rolling their eyes at every self-righteous holier-than-thou word that came out of her mouth. Carmen might be a cactus, but fans would argue she's also one of the most prickly, pretentious, and painfully self-righteous characters in all of Gumball.
Explain this why we're doing so big on people. Just hear the positive people just doing it. But no, my powers, they stand by me away. Just happy.
Unlike other hated characters who are loud or obnoxious, Carmen takes it differently. She gets under people's skin by acting like she's morally superior to everyone else. From her earliest episodes, Carmen's personality rubbed fans the wrong way. She constantly criticizes others, lectures everyone about what's
I gotta bring it in trouble, but I already know it's on the.
Are you ready, Mr. Ratbag?
The amazing world of Gumball is packed with hilarious, lovable characters.
Okay, it's conflict time. This time in the life.
Today, we're ranking the most loved and most hated characters from the show. First up, the blue cat who always finds a way to mess things up. Gumball Watterson isn't just a main character of the amazing world of Gumball.
Gumball wins fatality.
One of the best things about Gumball is his relatability. Sure, he's a blue cat living in a world full of talking food and eating people. But at his core, he's just an awkward middle schooler, trying to figure life out. He's overdramatic. Thinks he knows more.
Super chocolate kind, so it makes sense to consider specific relief, like Buscapin. Buscapin is an antispasmodic, but especially. I gotta bring it in trouble, but I already know it's on the boys' bathroom. The doctor gets sick. Dying. Who did that? Who did that? Welcome home.
Don't worry, I know just what to do.
Boy versus girl.
Girls during puberty,
But I need everything. Yes.
boys during puberty, they tell me off jail.
Why is it only one arm? No.
You are annoying.
I race like I fall, with style.
For every 5 loved Gumball characters, there are another 5 who are completely despised. And today, we're gonna compare them all. Starting with the most hated Gumball character of all time, Mrs. Robinson. Probably
Jesus!
Unlike most of the other characters in the show, who might be flawed but still have something lovable about them, Mrs. Robinson has no redeeming quality.
Penny's my favorite character in this chart.
Get lucky and save your husband!
Unlike her husband, Mr. Robinson, Margaret doesn't have any moments in the show that have her grow as a character. And no episode shows just how evil she can be better than the wicked. In this episode, she gets squirrels to attack people, almost runs over Gumball and Darwin, and even switches babies' name tags just to start a fight. But that's not even half as bad as what she does next. And when Darwin acts like he's choking to test her kindness, he makes Darwin actually choke by tossing a toy car right into his mouth. When Darwin gives her a chance to save him, she smiles and shuts the door on him, leaving him to die. Thankfully, Gumball is there to save him, but if he wasn't, he would have needed to die. At least with Mr. Robinson, fans like him because he's his character. Though he's definitely grumpy and often argues with the Watersons, Tyson is his fellow Robins. And even though the show is not entirely helpless, his interactions feel more genuinely entertaining, which adds to the overall charm of the show and makes him more of a character. But with Mrs. Robinson, anytime she makes an appearance, she is always the same evil and mean-spirited character we know. Margaret was made from the fiery flicks of the editor. Which one is the most evil? Mrs. Robinson. But while Mrs. Robinson isn't like for her being straight up evil and hating everyone, Darwin is known for his likable personality and loyalty to friends and family. Since his debut, Darwin won over fans with his positive energy.
Well, my favorite line from him.
Inspired by 50 years of research, excellent both.
And constant effort to do what's right, even if it means putting others' needs ahead of his own. He just has a really good heart. He's always up there trying to do the right thing. I'll take the episode of The Fan, for example. Gumball and Darwin find out they have an obsessive fan named Sarah, who follows them around and stalks their every move. Doing stuff like recording them over.
That's kind of weird.
And weirdly shipping herself with both of them. Naturally, they get freaked out and which ends up making them really upset and depressed. But her behavior was definitely over the line. Darwin chooses to be understanding and encourages Gumball to give her a
I'm thinking, you're right. I'm definitely taller than you, and my eyes were that close together. No, she really cares about us, and we just pushed her away. Look at this, the amazing adventures of Gumball, Darwin, and Sarah. Oh man, I'll check up on us to be included.
Instead of pushing her away completely, he helps her feel seen and included. This really shows Darwin's abilities to look over someone's flaws and respond with kindness when most people wouldn't. However, even though Darwin is seen as sweet and is an adored character, sometimes he takes things a little too far and lets his true colors show. He can be surprisingly manipulative, jealous, and even a bit self-centered when things don't go his way. These moments, while rare, show that he's not always perfect. But let's be real, none of us are as perfect as we seem. Yeah, I see you watching the video, thinking you're slick by not being subscribed. Anyways, I just think that makes it more relatable and makes you connect with him even more. People who watch the show often say they relate to Darwin the most. While they could connect with a lot of different things about him, it's his effort to be kind and become a better person that really hits home to our fans. He's not perfect, nobody is. But as long as you're trying to grow and treat others with kindness, they're already on the right track. And that's exactly what makes Darwin so easy to connect with him. But while Darwin is loved for his personality and relatability, Tobias is hated for just existing. Tobias is the typical rich grinding school jock, except he's not actually talented or athletic. No matter how cool he tries to act or what he says, it's pretty clear he's trying way too hard. Bro is basically the Jack Brody of Gumball.
Dude, you know, tell me about who brought us. It's time to do this, man. And what is this next one?
Tobias is basically just a typical rich kid who constantly throws money at situations, even going as far as to pay people to be his friends. When that doesn't work, he joins other people's conversations, whether he's needed or not. A perfect example of Tobias being absolutely unbearable is in his episode 1. But Tobias keeps interrupting Gumball and Goblin with random annoying comments that nobody asked for. And when they finally confront him, he tries to tear down all their friends just so he can be their one and only friend. His need for attention doesn't stop there. He's always bragging about how athletic he is and trying to act like the most popular kid in school, even though most people don't see him that way at all. His confidence often tips into full-on delusion, and he's completely unaware about how little anyone actually cares about what he has to say. Overall, his personality is quite annoying, and it makes sense why fans dislike him so much. However, his arrogant, egotistical personality is clearly intentional, and he plays the role perfectly. I hate Tobias. He's such a pick-me and an annoying. Like, WTF, he needs to learn how to stop stealing other people's girlfriends.
Oh!
I do hate, honestly. He's just so cringe. Despite all the hate Tobias gets, I think he's definitely an essential character for the show. He serves as someone for Gumball to clash with, and as a comedic obvious. So, while he can be annoying at times, he also makes for a great antagonist, which is a big part of why some fans enjoy his character. But while Tobias is generally pretty hated, on the flip side, Richard is loved by almost
Wait, shit, he cracks me up.
to see why. Richard is the ideal dad that any kid would want. He's chill, caring, and lets you do whatever you want. He might not be the best role model for his children, but he always tries his hardest to be a good dad. And that's exactly why so many fans...
I want to be just like
I like
Richard.
Richard Watterson as a character more than Patrick Star. I find Richard funnier, more relatable, and more likable. This is coming from someone whose favorite show of all time is SpongeBob. Richard is never mean-spirited or cruel. While he might be the laziest person in the universe, and a bit clueless, his love for his family is always front and center. He's harmless, goofy, and full of heart, and that's what makes him so lovable. But sometimes he can be too nice. For example, in the episode The Castle, Richard is left in charge.
How does HR deal with you?
But can't bring himself.
Let's do this!
But of course, Nicole comes to the rescue and has everyone clean up the house in no time. She is definitely someone of the best. Speaking of Nicole, another reason Richard is so well-read is because of their dynamic in the relationship. Nicole is always the adult in the relationship, while Richard is pretty much just another kid in the water symphony. But that's exactly what makes their dynamic so fun. The difference between Nicole's hard-working, low-nonsense attitude and Richard's laid-back, clueless behavior makes for good fun. Despite their differences, their relationship is actually pretty wholesome. Nicole might get frustrated with Richard's antics, but you can tell she really loves him. And he definitely adores her. It's that whole opposites attract thing that makes them such a memorable and loving couple. And I think the fans agree. However, something fans can't seem to agree on is their opinions of Sarah. Sarah is your typical over-the-top obsessive fan, known for creating bizarre fanfics and constantly shipping characters together. She's often disliked by fans because of her obsession with Gumball and which she was first introduced to Chili in something from whole new level. Remember how she's originally focused all her fanfiction on Gumball, the show? Gumball. Yes, we'll finally get to the main star himself. If he's not the most loved character on this list, he's certainly up there. And it's easy to see why. Gumball is the first character we meet when we watch the show. And from the start, you can see how he embodies the chaotic energy of the family, leading to wild and entertaining adventures every day. But like any great character, Gumball isn't perfect. He makes his fair share of mistakes. And while it doesn't always end up fixing it every day, he constantly shows a desire to improve. He reflects on his actions and tries to make things right. And from being a rough around the edges side character to full-on Nicole is easily one of the best Gumball characters, and it's easy to see why. Sure, the usual fan favorites are Gumball, Darwin, and even sometimes Richard, but Nicole brings something totally different to the table. She stands out because of her layered personality and how fiercely dedicated she is to her family. She's not just a tough mom, she's hardworking, caring, together, which makes her super relatable and loved by fans. As the backbone of the Watterson household, Nicole balances the roles of a loving mother, a diligent worker at the Rainbow Factory, and a formidable protector to her kids. And Richard, what makes her even more compelling is the depth of her character. She's not just the angry mom. She's someone with a complex past, high expectations for herself, and a fierce love for her family. In the episode The Choices, we get to know Nicole better, and we see flashbacks that give us insights into her life before motherhood and how much she sacrificed for her family. Another reason Nicole Watterson is such a fan favorite is because of how intense and creatively written the episodes centered around her tend to be. While The Choices dives deep into her past and life-changing moment where she met Richard, The Theory shows how cool an episode centered around Nicole can get. In the episode, Nicole is unexpectedly challenged by Yuki, a former friend and rival from her past, who is determined to fight her in a karate match, which starts as a seemingly over-the-top showdown and quickly turns into a powerful moment of reflection, showing just how much Nicole has grown and had to sacrifice for her family. With the inclusion of an anime-inspired fight and the emotional storytelling, it's no surprise why fans love Nicole. I've always thought Nicole had a crazy good mother instinct. She makes mistakes sometimes, but is always there for her kids.
Exactly.
She's also really athletic and capable of physically defending them. While people seem to overwhelmingly love Nicole, there seems to be a split on what people think about Miss Sydney. And this might be because her character is kind of all over the place. At first, she's introduced as Gumball and Darwin's super strict, kind of mean teacher. Like, she clearly doesn't care much about her students, and seems to enjoy making their lives as easy as possible. She simply continues the age-old dynamic of the classic student-teacher relationship, where her whole purpose is that she's supposed to be mean to Gumball. However, in other episodes like The Party, she literally crashes the kids' party and tries to make them look even better, getting wild and actually having fun with everyone. It's one of those rare moments where she's not the literally teacher, but someone who can actually hang out and bring some fun to the table. It seems that her relationship with Principal Brown is one of the only times where she can be portrayed with genuine emotion and complexity, rather than just a one-note antagonist. So when Miss Sydney may have some moments where she can be goaded for how she treats her students, it's no surprise why others might like her based on the episodes where she can be a perfect her personality and how mean-spirited she can be, I personally think she deserves a spot in the most hated characters. But while people's opinions are split about her singing, people's thoughts are also all over the place for Anna-Louise. Anna-Louise is the youngest member of the Watterson family, but don't let her age fool you. At just 4 years old, she's arguably the smartest member of the entire family. What makes her character so unique is that she often takes the lead in saving her family from dire situations. In the episode The Girl Begins, she prevents her family from falling to their ultimate doom by disconnecting the tape from a truck that couldn't stop it. And in the episode, they deal with another family who's basically just a complete copy of them, except they don't have an Anais and end up falling into their ultimate doom, never to be seen again. This episode shows just how important of a role Anais plays in her family, and why the whole Watterson family is adored by fans. But Anais isn't perfect. Although most people generally like her, some people also have negative opinions about her. Anais is a morally bad character. She is narcissistic sometimes and can look down on others. But though Anais is caring, she is morally bad, but not for worse. I don't dislike any, but if I had to pick one, Anais talks too much and is quite up herself. And even though she acts all serious, it's hard to take her seriously when she is just 4 years old. But that mix of brain, sass, and heart is what makes her such a standout character in the show. But if you enjoyed this video, I'd
it's like Penny.
Subscribe. We're getting
Penny's my favorite character.
And if everybody watching subscribe right now, we can...
Yeah, Penny's definitely my favorite character from Gumball. So we go Raven. I like Raven. Ah, Titan in the Sky.
Titans Go and millions of fans falling in love with the cartoon series with no other story. Some characters will keep you smiling and laughing really hard, while some, well, you know what I mean. Anyway, we're diving deep into the most beloved and most annoying characters that people want our cartoon. Well, we absolutely nuts. We'll offer some brutal honesty about Jump City's finest heroes. Thinking about it now, Raven has to be the best thing about Teen
I like Raven.
It's not even fun. Well, not just because she is the human being hybrid, or probably the most powerful one of the Titans, but while everyone else is screaming at the walls, she's just there with her flat voice, dropping truth bombs like it's nobody's business. Very sorry. It's differently because she doesn't even try to be funny. She simply exists, and you catch yourself laughing like crazy. Remember that Halloween episode where she casually mentions destroying her first universe as a toddler? This is Raven when she was 3. She just destroyed her first universe. Well, that's pretty much classic Raven. Then there's the whole Butterbean obsession where she gets emotionally invested in a kid's show while keeping that same monotone voice. That line, "Don't give up, Butterbean," from the Best Robin episode is probably one of the most quoted lines from the series. What makes Raven special is that she's got lots of layers. Sure, she's dark and moody, but she has real feelings underneath all that sarcasm. When she shows her vulnerability, it hits harder because you know she doesn't do it so often. And fans find that charming. Lots of fans connect
I also love
because she's basically all of us. Sarcastic, serious, wanting to be everyone's superhero, but secretly caring about the people around us. The girl can go from, "I used to be a blanket, and now I'm a real girl," to having genuine emotional moments without missing a beat. Now that's a unique superpower. Plus her cold reactions when it seems all in chaos never gets old. And there's probably a lot more to her than you can think of. But while Raven appears to be the most loved character, Robin is pretty much the opposite. Robin should be the hero of the show, but instead, he's often the most annoying character on screen. His need to control everything and everyone is pretty...
Yeah, he really needs to. Raven is definitely my favorite female character. She is a badass thing. Robin, I love Robin. I think you should start around it, you know what I mean? Because they've been saying, starting on the
The absurd watching him boss around his teammates while having his insecurity issues is like watching your friend's weird, controlling boyfriend. You just want to go there and knock him. to his senses. This Flash episode shows everything wrong with Robin's character. His obsession with being the leader sometimes makes him do stupid and desperate.
Yeah, he really is annoying, Robin. He's so hyperactive. He's so I don't know how to explain Robin. He's just full of beans. And the way he just says, oh, he just says a, he's like a child on steroids. No. I think he has too much chocolate bar that he don't. I'm sorry, but yeah, Robin can be a bit of a Fruit Loop,
I can't wait. It's so beautiful.
if you know what I mean, chat. He just is a nice boy because he just constantly have the audacity to say some weird stuff. He keeps, I don't know, he's just not nice.
I'm nobody's antique.
Yeah. I love the most powerful.
Things. When he loses, he can't handle it like a normal person. He can't handle it like a normal person. He has to try out extreme measures because his ego can't take a hit.
No, yeah, that's a problem because that Robin brother has it. Yeah. Basically, Robin can't have a problem. He's full all the place. He's like a Robin is unnice, but Raven is a sweet girl. I love Raven. I do. She's my sweetheart.
Then he ends up making cool things.
Raven is awesome. So Raven is awesome. Spotfire.
His character behavior create most of his own problems. This was the greatest weapon. But Robin is typically irredeemable. The episode moves, his beliefs, his ability, self-vulnerability, shoulders, and infinity all that possible behavior. He's looking at serious abandonment and he needs to to live up to Batman's legacy. You just want to pick him up, but you also understand why this is. However, this will be sometimes the joy of the party. Sometimes free, sometimes professed. There is no even other way. This guy bought pharmacy. Part of the show is just by reading awesome. Those kids will realize the closer you are to making this is great. So, his body of Starfire is brilliant. Like a baby. We don't have adventures together. Remember when Silky got kidnapped and the whole team went to overlap? That episode showed how much this little guy gets to everyone.
Aww.
Too. Silky's anything. It's my something else. Watching the jump on Zora theories or whatever stuff's going on. These Tiffany's both disgusting. Chaos is possible. There's like a toddler who accidentally destroyed things. You can't say that because look at that face. The best part about Silky is how he brings out everyone's soft side. Even Raven has moments where she cares about the little guy. He's like the team mascot that nobody asked for, but everyone needed. Fans love him because he's certainly a bundle of joy and innocence in a show that can get pretty crazy. But everything changes when this annoying guy steps into the scene. So let's call him the bad guy. Control freak is what happens when a show gets too clever.
Oh yeah, it's control freak.
clever for its own good. Sure, breaking the fourth wall can be funny, but this guy does it so much that it stops being a joke and starts being a crutch. The Champ episode perfectly shows why fans get tired of him. Fat guy with weird red hair literally tries to get the show canceled by showing deleted scenes. At some point, you're not being clever anymore, you're just being exhausting. His obsession with pop culture references always feels forced, like the writers are trying too hard to make him relatable. The thing is, Control Freak isn't entirely without merit though. Some fans actually enjoy the absurdity of his character. He's so overly ridiculous that he becomes entertaining in a this is so bad that it's good kind of way. His dramatic entrances and obsession with his remote control have a certain charm if you're in the right mood. But for most viewers, he represents everything annoying about modern cartoons. The constant need to reference other shows, break the fourth wall, and remind you that you're watching a cartoon.
This show was supposed to be my greatest achievement. It was supposed to bring me awards to the respect of the entertainment industry. Instead, everyone thinks it's garbage.
Sometimes we just want to watch characters being who they are without someone pointing it to our faces that they're fictional. And speaking of characters being themselves, no one does it better than Starfire. Starfire is the heart and soul of the Teen Titans, and somehow Teen Titans Go made her even more lovable. Her pure, innocent perspective on life and everything else is refreshing in a world full of cynical characters. And yes, she sees the good in everyone and everything, which can get pretty annoying sometimes, but who cares? It's Starfire. Her misunderstandings about Earth culture are comedy gold every single time. That moment where she offers to recite a 6,000 verse poem of gratitude in the episode Parasite, well, you just can't help but love her. She's so genuine about it too. I mean, she really thinks this is normal and helpful. These moments work because they come from a place of love, not stupidity. But here's what people forget. Even with all her cuteness, Starfire still has insane superpowers. Behind all that sweetness is an alien princess who can level buildings in a blink when she gets serious and unleashes her full power. The contrast between her bubbly personality and her warrior side makes her complex in a way that's easy to miss. Episodes like Girls' Night Out show Starfire's loyalty, how she brings out the best in everyone around her. She's the glue that holds the team together, not through force the way Robin does, but through genuine love and care. And it's almost impossible to ignore that. However, we witness the exact opposite when it comes to this next character. This one hurts the most longtime fans. Slade in the original Teen Titans was scarier than you can imagine. A master manipulator who got under the hero's skin and showed that he was a real pain in the butt. But Teen Titans Go, Slade is, well, he's basically a joke character now and not always a funny one. When Slade shows up in Teen Titans Go, you're more likely to get silly gags than actual menace. The show turned one of the best villains in cartoon history into comic relief, and that stings for fans who remember what he used as a comedy. Well, technically it's the same character, but it feels completely wrong. The movie references and joke appearances miss what made Slade work in the first place.
This, an ordinary pencil made of rigid wood with graphite, held together by a polymer adhesive.
He was scary because he was competent and threatening. Take away the threat and you're left with the guy in the orange and black mask. However, some fans try to find humor in the silly version. Occasionally some moments work, but yeah, just bring back the original Slade, will you? Most fans think this version feels like a waste of a great character. It's hard to laugh at jokes about a villain who used to give you those chilly moments. Well, what do you think? Do these hated characters deserve a little more sympathy, or what? Drop a comment below and let us know your thoughts. And while you're at it, tell us which character deserved to make this list that we might have missed. At the end of the day, Teen Titans Go remains one of fans' favorite cartoon series. And whether you love some of the characters or
a money app that lets you design your own real metal card. That is awesome. Great currency exchange rates, plus discounted careful lamp.
Starting with the FaZe Clan, who had it all but took it for granted. FaZe started as Legends, 2010 Call of Duty Trick Shots, a brotherhood that defined YouTube gaming. FaZe Rain, FaZe Banks, Adapt, Rug, and Apex. But over time, the dream started to rot. Contracts became lawsuits. OG members started leaving.
Are you going to be the biggest organization in the world? Leaders in this scene, pushing this scene forward, pushing this industry forward, leading by example, and you can't even take care of your members that's been in for 12 fucking years.
Fans quickly stopped believing the Brotherhood was real. But the real nail in the coffin was when they got caught red-handed again. This time, YouTuber CopyZilla exposed one of their darkest scandals. Save the kids.
Save the kids token. Save the kids token. Save the kids token. Save the kids token. Save the kids token.
A crypto scam disguised as charity.
Save the Kids token wasn't designed to benefit kids.
In 2022, FaZe went public at $725 million, but lost over 90% of its value in a year. Despite these career-treating events, the group still managed to win the Streamer Awards 4 months later for being the best content group.
And the people goes to FaZe Clan.
Instead of using that moment to grow, they doubled down.
Back, did the only thing that there was to really do, which was wipe the slate clean, hit the reset button, give this shit a fresh start. People told us we were dumb. People told me I was ruining FaZe. People asked me, who the f*** is Lacey? Who the f*** is Black Boy Max? Saying Ronaldo? Who the f*** is Silky? I guess now they know.
He literally pissed on their Streamer Awards. While FaZe self-destructed in public, another group was quietly building a kingdom, AMP, or Any Means Possible. AMP is what every content house pretends to be: energy, loyalty, growth, and brotherhood. It started in 2019. 4 names: Agent 00, I Am Davis, Phantom, and Duke Dennis. NBA 2K creators with big dreams and small views. Nobody knew what AMP was, but they never stopped. In mid-2020, Kai Cenat joined AMP, and things took a turn for the better. November 12, 2024, Kai became the #1 most subscribed Twitch streamer. And even did collabs with famous celebrities. Then, Kai won Streamer of the Year.
AMP, Agent, Duke, Phantom, Chris, Davis. I love y'all. I wish y'all was here.
And he won it back to back.
My team, Brianna, Chris, AMP, everybody who support me.
AMP won Best Lifestyle Group and Best Content Organization.
Hey man, we started this about 3-4 years ago with the goal of just building together something that we all collectively own, and at the core of it was just fantastic content. For a while, man, we felt like the underdogs, man, but it feels fantastic to finally be recognized. Appreciate it.
AMP is what happens when loyalty, consistency, and vibes collide. But for every house that's loved for what they built, there's one that gets hated for what they destroyed. Like the Bob House, the content house that started off with left models gaining fame through drama instead of loyalty. On December 9th, 2024, Sophie Rain and Aisha Sophie would officially launch the Bob House. In just 2 months, the Bob House gained over 3 million followers. But their downfall began after featuring underage influencer Piper Raquel. Fans went insane, calling them out for exploiting her, and soon after one of the members, Joy May, couldn't take it and decided to quit.
It is about Piper. Because one thing about me is that I'm never going to be associated with a fight. Like, it is ridiculous that the Bob House would even do that when there's so many other people you can collab with that is overage.
3 days later, Aisha quickly tried to save the situation.
You know what, guys? I was just Piper was joining the Bob House, but that's not what you think. That's not what you think.
They still kept posting with Piper, but when their followers dropped by almost 50%, they were forced to scrub their past by deleting old videos. What's even worse is that Piper wasn't the only underage member to be affected by the group. One member's younger brother got bullied over it.
So when you leave here to go to Miami, you're living out your life. But then you just forget you just forget what happened in North Carolina and what happens at school. Like I get like bullied, but not like bullied, like punched at, but people just say shit that pisses me off. Like I just wish I stopped because whatever you're doing here affects me at North Carolina.
While the Bob House is being hated for exploiting minors, Beta Squad is loved for their determination to grow. On February 14, 2019, Beta Squad appeared.
Not even Riddle's an annoying brat. Hmm.
You are my whole wide world. You'll never know how much I.
That's really annoying.
Sponsored by Atlas VPN. Raven X Space Boy is a ship that I can best describe as headcanon. Yes, in spite of our mass delusion, these two never hooked up. In fact, they never even hinted at it. In spite of reality, this fan-favorite pairing was so popular, almost every piece of media about them afterwards as them being a couple. Which, it's a funny thing, there's always that one pairing that fans will do terrible things for. It is something else to actually change all the media that comes after it. Like, it's actually impressive and strange given how they're actually written in the show. So, in honor of monetizing my rewatches, let's talk about Beast Boy and Raven. Why did they get so popular? What was their relationship actually like? And how Raven's true love, if anyone, would apparently be Robin. This video is dedicated to a collective mass delusion, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I reject the reality collective mass delusion, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I reject the reality and substitute my own. This is Sarcastic Horse. But more importantly, let's talk about cybersecurity and my sponsor, Atlas VPN. VPNs aren't essential in today's society. Everywhere you go, every website you touch, every click is putting your information.
Look, I'll just play a little game until Kim's ready to. Oh, no, Daisy. I thought we're dressing up. You don't mind, do you?
Tell me! Tell me! Just give it!
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the most...
Discord?
Yeah, I don't have that.
I can see your screen. What version of what you call it are you on OBS?
27.2.
What version am I on? Also, how when the last time you updated?
I'll update it because the last time I updated it,
Yeah, I just updated mine and I had to like manually reset everything.
Okay. Yeah, so, is there any way to see, like, what's your... on your own OBS?
So are you pressing on me? Stop on me.
Wait, pretty much so what's happening right now is your virtual camera is capturing your entire scene. You want to just your one source, which is your camera.
yeah.
Okay.
Stop on me.
What do you see?
Chicken wings! Chicken Wait, okay.
I'm sorry.
You're good. OBS and really can't do it. You know, let's do a little bit okay, so like what is that? What's it like? Have you ever like right clicked on like OBS cameras on it or OBS virtual camera?
Right now I'm not really like I can't think of the program.
Okay, do you have OBS cameras option? Yeah, like for example, if you go to Discord and it gives you the list of options of cameras to turn on, is one of them OBS cameras.
Like if you're on Discord, so is OBS camera listed there? It is. Okay, so maybe we can do that instead. So if you right click on the actual camera source in your OBS, right click the camera source in your OBS. Yep. You can like add a filter to it, and one of them can be called OBS camera. This could be it. Okay. Yep. Did you add it? Okay, you added it. Perfect. Now click the start button. And click on the camera filter. This should be the start button. Yes.
Pirates Cove. Anyone? Looks like I'm up.
So when you added a OBS camera filter to your source, right?
First place, here I come! By the sweat of my brow and the courage of my heart, I will win this!
Hello. Wow. Tim Tams. Okay. What did we do with them chicken? What are you talking about?
Okay. I guess I have to update my OBS before it actually works. Well, yeah, maybe. I'm not quite sure.
Well, thank you for that coming in, obvious.
I'm trying to keep up if I stop this game.
Oh my gravy. Fiona, you're in trouble.
You want to race like a bear?
You're in trouble.
Get real loose and time to hit the trail.
Yeah, there's the right back.
Where am I and what am I? Almost as nice as the Incredible. Hey, don't nobody cheat now. No tickling.
What are you talking about? You? Oh, brother, to you too. Tell me obvious. No, pretty much. Hey. Heh, I guess makes sense.
That's real jungle harmony.
I'll do next start doing one. Yeah. Oh, sick. Okay. Alright. So, yeah.
Hey. Do you talk about the minute for you? But
I'm just playing it cool.
yeah, unbelievable sometimes, Missy.
Okay. You got it? Okay.
Nice, Dash is maxed out finally. Nice, Dash is fully maxed out.
Cinder. Yeah. You just barely get it. What? Where? You need it. Oh, did I hide it? Oh, I told you. No. Oh, I get it. Okay. Let's get to it. So here's the simple dear sisters, dear sisters, and dear sisters. We progressively more necessity of ourselves until we become great and start working to the Psalm 21. As we head down this epic trail of terror, scream in the depths of hell, where we will never again return unless we make a deal to save yourself. We will be the beginning of the most useless, random, idea, and sometimes surprisingly deep opportunity. That's right. We're going to talk about something called climate that is the first to world on people. Yes. Was that really cheap? Okay, cheap and tomato sauce. What? And this is not funny. Yeah. So, we're going to do this for a simulation. We are able to pick the topic we want. The less of the topic we want to pick, we're going to go however. Otherwise, I have to Okay, maybe wait and maybe chill it. Wait, what happened? I'll tell you what happened. I ordered the lace again. I asked for half wood sauce to be eat full screen and half without sauce to eat on screen. They decided to admit that I only wanted the wings with the sauce, and then I ate 15 wings that I never received. So I had to make barbecue sauce, and that's it. Whoa, I'm missing part of my order. And they said, we're sorry, here's $5. And I was like, no, where is my order? So, yes, I am proud owner of one super box. Good song to sing with that voice. Can you? That's a good one. That's a good one. Okay, sing around the wall and then go. And then go fall on the stage.
You know, you sound like a chipmunk. Fiona, you're in trouble! Some of you speak your 10 years, young lady.
Okay. Yes, he'll be. You just say beautiful new YouTuber.
You know, you sound like Chip from Chippendale.
I can't believe how my voice is sounding. I want to hear Trippy eat spice and hot sauce with the voice came wrong.
That's a chicken live, Miss Fiona.
No, you're not Rodney. You're not.
And you're in trouble. I didn't say anything!
Tricky, you better there's a space hole over there. Come up with the sauce and take it base there. See, actually, that's why I think it's under 30, so it's under here.
Bring on him! You're in trouble.
It's fine, go. Run to know whenever you're going. Okay. Could you not be 12? I am 215 minutes into my stream right now, and I'm not in a single one.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
Wait. That time I'm waiting. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Jam.
there it is. It's fall off. Okay.
You're good, you did. Okay, so,
Tricky, you want to see the prize dollars? Ridiculous.
Pino, stop making silly about yourselves.
And this is trying to make me skip this running. Okay.
Yeah, big Pelica.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, Optimus. It's okay. I cannot. Okay. Yeah. Well, Tricky hit puberty. That's crazy. Okay.
Pino, stop.
Interval. Cycling. Okay.
I'm so scared to...
You know what? I don't think your voice can go any higher. We're gonna leave it there for now. Let's see what's going on. Okay. Alright. Okay.
We are going to show the four new tweets presented.
Okay. Who was the third? Who was the third?
Okay.
We got it. One. Fuck. What's up with the fun? Jeez Louise. Well, yeah, it is. I'm into girl, you know. I thought you said Lego.
Yeah, I think four. Yeah, that's really good. Organic punch. Let's go.
Oh, do I have to try it?
Are you ready?
No.
I got to see how to do. So, what's the thing about the first copy of the day? The other one was in the series? Okay, so maybe it's the thing where we got this. Okay. Got it.
My protagonist in there. Let me play your titties. What the?
Wait, what? Oh, it's okay. I put these ones, right? Wait, yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, the camera's one. Oh, it is.
Are you sure about that?
Okay. Alright, let's get it. So we're gonna get started. Okay. Look at one of those spots.
Got any critters that
Get your phone in a minute.
Alright, are all three of you ready? Here's my yeah. Okay. Ready. Okay, does anyone know where Scopus is talking? I forget it.
You always forget in 2 seconds.
I can definitely use this.
Ha!
Wait, I lost the list.
Time to fly.
I don't like how there's not like a
What the hell is all your boys there?
One's wrong. Oh yeah, we gotta shake the block on it. We gotta shake the block on it.
Oh, jeez. What the heck?
Wait, you already knew it?
That you sound like Darth Vader from Star Wars.
you're too fast for us. Hold on. You're speeding up a second, man.
Are you inside, Darth Vader? He,
This game is making solid. So many gatekeepers. Seriously, right before we go, okay? Okay. Let me put some dip in my chip. Seriously.
I gave two in the minute. Oh, this might be tricky. Hello. Wait, you sound like Darth Vader, is that right? Now you sound like a chipmunk. What the hell?
Okay, I'm good. Alright, I got my dip on my chin. Okay.
And I'm gonna get involved.
I'm just on the topic right now. Okay.
This Space Ranger
I got my chocolate milk ready. Okay.
no time to lose.
You chocolate what?
Okay. Yeah, on three, we're gonna eat, okay? Here it is.
Oh.
I'll reveal the topic of the week. 1, 2, 3. Our 6.
Put on your accessories, this could get bumpy.
I eat both. That'll push you like.
What are you rating this for? No, probably not that.
Being on it, here we are. Trouble girl using that.
At least the champion's fake when we do these, yeah. It's put a lot worse. Okay. Okay.
I went up with the fifth.
Yeah.
Look at me the fourth. Victory!
You came to the right Space Ranger. You can always count on me.
So Boss Slayer is nearly maxed out. Nice. Very nice.
You have heard of me, haven't you? Hold on to your accessories, this could get bumpy.
So I realized. Oh, alright, so Cindy was telling me about, now, do you guys remember Pingu? Yeah, I remember this show as a kid, and thanks for being on it. No. Yeah, in this show, this is supposed to be a walrus. Take a look at this thing here. Yeah, look how scary it is. Pingu was a show back in my time, before I was born. It was a good show, but this show was kind of creepy. It really has alcohol in the kids stuff for crying out. My goodness. I'm just trying to figure out what the heck is going on with this. The Pigo finally got himself a sword. What's that mean? Well, he finally got the beat up. Oh man. I think it was bad episodes. Yeah, this was scary as a kid. What do you think about Kama Rujo? Not like that. But where's my ranking list?
And basically gets you reminded us and can fade it into game.
Oh boy. So it looks like Buzz Lightyear's cost out to be maxed out. Nice.
This gave birth to character books. A move pioneered by individuals like Tintin, Phase, and among many others that have sprung up over the years. Usually, the outcome of this is a series of juvenile pranks and offensive calls. The main storyline picks up today's animated universe. Not accepted groundbreaking,
That's episode.
How their ghosts are which may be their ultimate downfall. Let's take a step back and break down what the health points function. If you're not terminally ill, you might not be aware of these places in the name of Julie, Lupo, Julia, and Toyota Road, Summer Panics, Joy and Hazel Race. Start off with the expert. Everyone is a bit like Buzz. Producing a good images and videos that carry all the sites are there on the past. Cross-between content house and the religion creates content. They do a 6 bedroom property, a 75 bed damage. However, this single thing I've seen in Japan, it's a neither self compared to what they're making on a constant basis. As of January of this year, the 800 was playing on social media page like 30%. That's more than the just offers smartphones, sports team, and people that and instead of like constantly posting risky videos, the man just keeps doing it. With one of them trying to bring the bill, they can pull a new matchup every single time with the money podcast tonight. First of all, videos last year, the launch, which was like a pretty good first 40 rounds of vicious surgery, immediately sparked back. They saw the different exciting outcrop of civilization as the world. This story becomes fit my generation. Real. I don't think my metaphor is going to complain like that. Gradually, the rest of the creators are doing so frequently, leading them to make money and open fits. Literally. And these days, a lot of their content basically boils down to them flexing the
Hey, so find your situations. How much did you make us? $1 million. Alright, yes. Okay, how much did you make us? I just made $100K. Yes! Did you do me? How much did you make that? $600. I know you saw the clip of Julie making $400,000 in mixing. I just need to know the language. Are you making a lot?
Alright, let's see what we got. A new character, maybe?
$4 million?
Not quite.
$4 billion.
only for them to get crowned by the world at every opportunity for their perceived glee over the path that they've taken in life. The fact that they're proud of it is crazy. Why are they taking pride in being boppers? While there are around 7 to 8 girls running a bop house at any one time, there are certain creators who have vastly more notoriety than others. And as a result, they are also viewed as being the corruptive forces, which make the house less of a beacon of female empowerment and financial savvy that its owners believe it to be, and more of a stronghold for these young women, who are all under the age of 25, to tap into men's worst instincts for monetary gain, all the while exposing a whole generation of children to a lifestyle that was afforded to them by trading meaning in life for cold hard cash. For a whole era out there, Sophie Rain is listed after in the same way as movie stars were in the past. And while people are quick to criticize the way she makes her money, the insane amount that she's raking in just goes to show that there's someone out there definitely buying into it. An OF girl who is known for wearing a promise ring and pledging only to have sex after marriage, Sophie has always claimed that her morals in this regard are unshakable. However, that hasn't caused any ethical qualms for her around making it
Just like on the light cycle course.
followers.
And really, I'm Christian. Like, I know it's like anything else with anyone. It's just
What's next? On target. I don't understand.
to this day, like, people were going on and keep very like it's about you put me in the corner and they want to disrupt
This Christianity angle is really especially as you avoid sex within an electron with everything chocolate and fellow Bauhaus founder a situation which apparently looks
Hey, you
Target disrupted.
I'm just making my favorite content.
Sophie Aisha's own exploits to her unsuspecting family.
With this love triangle, what's the truth? So, I found Aisha texting Emily, and the reason why I am not on the song anymore is because I told Emily to take me off. I didn't want to be a part of it, this whole project and anything. I thought it was unfair to me that while we were together in LA, him and Aisha were texting behind my back, DMing and everything. And like, it's honestly like, it's really heartbreaking because I love Aisha. And like, I just don't even know I should do that.
Beyond that, there's the small matter that when he was asked if he slept with her while he was hooked up to a lie detector, Aiden Ross appeared to let her secret slip.
It's not, it just felt like you're locked. Grab them with it. Oh, wait, it's not Sophie. Sophie, right? It's Sophie, right? Is this Sophie or Sophie? It's Sophie, right? Did you look into the course with Sophie right now? That's a lot.
Although she's making a generational amount of cash, to say that her place in popular culture is controversial would be an understatement, with some questioning if her alleged income is legitimate, or just another way for her in the Bob House to normalize the lifestyle they're pushing. Another strategy that OnlyFans does to recruit girls into OF. And it's working in her favor, as many are saying they want to start with. If they lie about their age to cater to PDF files, then they're gonna lie about how much they make to glamorize it. Elsewhere, other online figures such as Leon have been vocally critical of her, claiming that no matter how much cash she and Bob House must acquire, it won't make up for a void inside.
What do you feel about Sophie Rain's money? I don't give a like dumbass question again. Just that people will never be happy, bro. No matter how much money they have, they'll never be happy. Ever. Like at some point, like, when you're in the moment, you don't feel it, and like when you go to sleep or not, no, but even then, bro, you should really might take 3 years to realize. When you realize, you're gonna be realizing, it's going to be in your head, you're gonna lose your mind so bad, bro.
But as much as Sophie remains the top earner, there's a case to be made that the one who is essentially the face of the brand is Camila Araujo, an OF girl whose self-promotional antics have led to an array of controversies and widespread online hate.
It's like people have really begun to lose interest in you, though.
Oh, yes, this video. Using my name.
It's scamming people. So many other unhinged things didn't just happen in one day. It's indeed very hard to believe that a normal girl could take this path. But you know everything has a cause behind it. There was a study held in 2022 which found that mostly females who engage in this type of content have low levels of mental well-being.
People can't stop their legs around and it can't follow them. They want it and they can see this, but they find something to keep trying to keep. Well, there's a reason why she's doing it. Because she's fine. Because she has no family. It's because she hates or something. What are you trying to do?
The creator, but essentially made it from a creative kind of thing. It's painful. I mean, well, when it comes to Brazilian descent, became infamous on social media after first appearing in Mr. Beast's Sweet, mainly with Carlia, which is composed of both genuine fans and others, the same intent in watching her on the street.
If you don't know by now, I'm not sure. So, you're lucky. For 18 under, it's like, for anyone else about the age,
Although her exact age is not a case on the debate, Camila seems to have been making content into her late teens and has spoken about some of the more aligned candidate page. I don't have access to her list.
So I'm going to rank the craziest people that's right. Anyways, starting off song number one that actually traumatized me was my best friend's dad. I think it's really weird. I'll never get over that. He also was a single dad to two girls. So it's really weird. Number two, yeah, my history teacher. It's weird because now looking back, feels very cool. It's weird. It'll never not be weird. Three, I think we're gonna go with like a peer that I had in my same class. Like he honestly knew me for a long time. Like we were friends the freshman year, which I reached out and pretty cool in the same friend group. Like literally Snapchat me one day and was like, hey, your platform isn't working. I tried to keep it and have the boss in the table. So I didn't weird. And then maybe like my old like soccer coach when I was a kid. That was pretty low because I didn't think he had really anything like that. So maybe he would remember that. I don't think he remembers, and I hope he does remember. And if he sees this, maybe like he remember it and weird it out. But honestly, if any of these students I don't know, you're weird.
Maybe so, really strange. Or wouldn't wait for a further license, but you're listening to brothers.
What's the worst thing you think I've done? Sorry. Okay, we get the two. It's okay. Hey, the car.
Leading to chaotic arguments between them, as he basically admitted being ashamed of how they made to run. Even you could.
You think I'm a good sister? Sister. I mean, not all of them. Well, we live in the same room. No, we live in different states. I mean, you feel your classmate, yeah. A D. A D is failing. A D is failing. You're greedy. You can't eat puppies. You're selling pictures of whatever. You can't be saying
All that studying was for what? For what? I just took a minute to think and get all of it, and I'm gonna find out the secret. I don't know everything about the video, and I'm gonna find out what the secret is. She told me she's a color first to the person, and I don't think it's like a breakdown. I know it's something stupid. So when she left to go get food, I snuck in her room to get her secret, see if I can get it. I think I got it. There were a couple people that they needed to see, but I didn't know. So we will come back and get the good enough. She wasn't looking, and then I finally subscribed.
Considering that it seems to be the sword person, the real determining the thing down, audiences are actually critical to decisions for use of other content. Yeah, she could be great.
Notice how she is sitting in front of her own brother.
A comfortable seating position, like to me. It's like that.
Saying that her brother is being affected is actually foolish because there are many videos with the same background instead. And her brother is telling that she's not a good sister. Do you know why she creates that type of videos?
Because people like you make YouTube videos.
Innocent gain.
You made a video
untold damage to his reputation, he was eventually rewarded. Camila did give him a wage.
So you have made this really good video, and I know the entire internet is like, oh my, because I use it to promote my business. So here we go. I think I deserve this. You need to have this really paid up. It's true. Yeah. 15,000, 16,000. I should give him a homework.
This is how this will be put into a book. And since they passed from the platform, next, you have her assistant with video. To begin with, she made appearances on Camila's podcast, even speaking out about the more intimate details of the job.
So people in the comments of our last video saying that your least favorite part of the job was cleaning my bed sheets, like they don't believe you that is part of your job. Oh no, and recently it's only 5 times a day, and it's worse. It's getting worse. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Well, just remember, the harder I work, the more you get. The more times you clean the bed sheets, just think in your head, more money Julia makes, more money Julia makes. The ultimate goal is clean it 10 times a day. Clean it 10 times a day. Is it gonna get worse? Might. Well, look at the camera, he's not gonna save you. That means more money, more money, more money, more money, more money, more money.
Since then, Julia has become a OS creator in her own right, making ridiculous amounts of cash and joining the Bob Boys.
And no, don't even comment. She doesn't have a, she won't be. She's happy where she is. $400,000. It took me 2 years to get one. Is that blood? It's blood. It's $25 blood? No.
You've probably noticed. It looks like she's still. In fact, it's so clear that Camila even admitted that it was alarming how many men wanted to see her content considering she looks like a teenager.
How much have you made since starting? Do you want me to see it in here? Yeah, you want to see it? Or just show me because I know you're logged in on your phone. $54,000? Y'all are sick because she looks... Y'all are weird. Where... I bet it... I don't even know what to say. $54,000 in a week. You're sick. Y'all are sick. Listen, sick.
Unfortunately, the situation with Julia appears two things simultaneously. The first being that the lifestyle they're able to lead via making so much food it makes it clear that the Bob House hasn't long whatsoever about exploiting an appetite for this kind of content from girls who look underage.
One controversy involving Speedstorm made that all too evident and led to widespread discussion over how they operate. Rock was already making a lot of cash prior to ever associating with the Bobcats. A kid who was already made that all too evident and led to widespread discussion over how they operate. Rock was already making a lot of cash prior to ever associating with the Bobcats. A kid who began making content when she was just 13 years old. Her videos were more in line with the kind of stuff that you would typically expect on YouTube, like prank wars and other lighthearted content with her squad. Over the years, she racked up 12 million subscribers, and has even parlayed this into a music career that is all guided by her mom, Tiffany Smith. But what you might not know is that she's a majorly controversial figure. Figure in her own right, being accused of exploiting the kids in the squad to the point that it eventually led to a $1.5 million settlement. Clearly, Tiffany was comfortable with exploiting her own daughter as well, because to this day, her music video, which was subtitled as featuring her first kiss on camera, prompted her highest views by a long her mom appears in any lane. Hey guys! And this aligns with the mentality of the Bobcats. So when she entered the house to listen and make content at the age of 17 years old, people were absolutely disgusted.
I wasn't sure
Not
if you could hang with
exactly
that crew at first, but you're surprisingly mature for your age. Oh, that's terrible.
This is Loki so upset.
You need some
Poor girl has been exploited by her own mother, and
something
now
tip
men
on my
who are probably old
tongue.
enough to be her
Help?
father are waiting for her to join us. Absolutely nobody to protect her whatsoever. The fact that Piper is showing more skin than the OG Bobhouse brothers is crazy. As the only girl
In these noodles, is there?
losing a Bobhouse
Probably should have told you. I have a major gluten tolerance, no different. I wasn't sure if you guys see the egg. Do you want to wait 100 over?
And then she ordered some things and we just made some videos, and she was super, super sweet.
But that doesn't hold up under scrutiny, particularly because they were making videos about being arrested for having her there, only for her to say that she bailed them out. But what other people didn't know is that not everyone was happy to go along with it. As longtime member Joy May spoke out about her decision to leave the house, while she didn't initially tie it directly to the incident with Piper, many speculated it might have something to do with their dubious decision, only for her to then confirm it.
Because one thing about somebody who visit you supposed to knock on the front door. It is ridiculous that the boss when there is
Your mama teach you any manners. When you meet somebody who visit you supposed to knock on the front door.
so I just think it's
Your mama teach you any manners. When you meet somebody who visit you supposed to knock on the
It
front
always seems like she's been silent. Sure, they refused to back her. And suggested
Your
that the
mama teach you any manners. When you meet somebody who visit you supposed to knock on the front door.
that she shouldn't feel pressured to join the industry that I'm in, and you know, I'm there for her, we text all the time, and just like we have to for her.
Okay, a comment that was sent in a lot now, this was controversial, was that you said something along the lines of you can do a lot more when you turn 18. Did you say that, or is that just one of those fake TikToks that people make?
I'm not sure. I did tell her that she has a lot of potential because she's already so big at 17 that she really doesn't need to do this kind of industry OF stuff. So even when she turns 18, she still has a lot of business opportunities she can do without doing it.
Despite what they say, it seemed like a moment where their cards were clearly laid out on the table. As clearly, they thought nothing of bringing Piper into that world, which has already proven to be too dangerous for them as well. In recent months, various stalkers have infiltrated the home, with Bobhouse member Ava Reyes uncovering a man in their home.
Oh, you see something.